Well, why hello there. How are you? As I adjust my tassels in this newly felt snow, you might be saying, geez, Jesse, every time I see you, it's friggin' snowing. Yeah, I know. I'm a Nejafellum. I love the stuff. I love the white stuff. Every time you do a video, there's more white stuff. Yeah, I know. It just seems to fall here. Tonight's a bit of a treat. And I'm doing this video a bit later on. However, with this nice white stuff in my background and the contrast of my dark colors that I'm wearing, it's gonna work out really well for you. Sit back, relax, and watch this. We're gonna talk about relationships. And if you're joining this video for the first time, hey, thank you. Welcome aboard. And if you haven't already subscribed, I'd like to invite you to do that. Super easy. Subscribe button, hit it just like my finger just did, and then hit the little bell notification that's black. It's gonna bring to you all the great content. It'll probably want to show you my content. It'll come up on your phone, and you know, if you're smart connected to your TV downstairs, it'll try and play it down there for you. So that's an option too. All right, so we're gonna get right into it. Relationships. Doing this video a little bit later tonight. And it's no more than a coincidence. Actually, it's not a coincidence at all. There are no coincidences. Hung out with my wife, hanging out with my wife, connecting, reconnecting. We get to talk. Relationships, think of it like this. They are relationships. You have a relation with a ship. You have a relation with a ship. Think of your relationship as a ship. And you were making tiny adjustments. You were communicating. You are making communications, and you were working with the ship. And each time you were working in your relationship, you were making the tiny adjustments or the turns. If you're turning to a port, if you're turning to starboard, the right or left. Each little move that you make, they're moving in tiny adjustments. It takes a long time to turn a boat, doesn't it? It takes a long time to turn a ship. And it also takes a while for you to figure out exactly the little quirks, the little things that you do in a relationship. And it is really wise to be able to figure out what that means to you and what that means to them. Because the benefit of knowing all that is just, it's pure bliss. Relationships are important. Why? Because they help you figure out who you are as a person. They help you hone who you are and what you represent in society. They help you figure out where you are, what you do, and how you show up, how you measure. You get to gauge who you are in your own family. You get to gauge who you are in your work environment. So you, as a relationship expert that you're becoming, you are turning the ship. It's going to turn slowly, but you are slowly leading this ship, aren't you? Because if you're a leader, which you are, you're leading how this ship should be turned, how it should go, where it is headed, the direction if you're leading it. And you're not harboring resentment, are you? And if you are harboring resentment, you are figuring out how to communicate, how to connect within your relationship. Are you get it? This is a whole boat analogy. This is a whole boat of analogies. Just keep going, Jesse. Jeez. Anyway, I am an East Coaster, so anything boats bodes well with me. I think relationships are highly important, and you should too. Relationships are something that I have been working on a lot, and I want to know who I am and how I show up. I have connected recently to new friends and some old friends, and we are coming together with this wonderful wellness hub here in Calgary to bring you some wonderful things. How to be able to talk about how pain will affect you, how to be able to connect with you so that you know that you are supported by a community, by people that know who to be able to send you to, or to be able to know something that might be able to help you figure out, show you, plan, give you a roadmap on what will work or not work for you. And we're going to be able to communicate that to you. But what that takes for me is, with the company that I'm with now, the company that I'm within, and the new friends that I have brought in, I need to be able to figure out how to communicate with them. I need to be able to, excuse me, I'm going to refine my words here. I get to be able to figure out how we can communicate with one another. And when we communicate with one another, we can bring something that is absolutely wonderful to you. And when you work on engaging and refining your relationship with the people that you're with, at its core, you together collectively will be able to give something absolutely abundant, absolutely wonderful to people that are looking for it, that they're feeling lonely, they're feeling like they have just gone too many times to a place where they have not only felt like they haven't received what they thought they were receiving, but they're just tired of not getting exactly what they thought they were getting. And we're working on refining how we work together so that we can give you something that is absolutely priceless. We can show you who you really are. We can show you how you really are. And we are drilling down on who we really are so that we can bring something to you that is absolutely wonderful. And we're already on that path. And for me, this relationship with my team is absolutely necessary. It is absolutely something that needs to be meticulous. It needs to be it needs to be absolutely engaging. It needs to be something that you can relate to. Something that you will find will help you. And you might not even need help. You might just want somebody, you might just want a community of people to know that a community of people that is out there that is willing to just spend time with you. Just a place to go, to show up. Just a place to be able to be and be yourself without feeling like you need to be somebody else. Relationships are amazing. Relationships are necessary. And the more we figure out how we show up in a relationship, the closer we get to being able to connect. And when we are able to figure out the relationship with ourselves, to be able to connect with ourselves first, then we can figure out how to connect with other people. And when we do that, amazing things happen. So, relationships. You are having a relationship. You are connecting. You are leading your family. You are leading your company. You are leading your team. You are guiding a ship. You are leading a ship in a harbor without resentment, and you are communicating to your team the direction that you want to head. And that, my friends, is where the love is going to be. That is where you are going to find the biggest growth. You're going to find the biggest breakthroughs, because the biggest growth comes from the breakdown, the vulnerability. And in that breakthrough that you have comes the freedom that you've always hoped was there, and that you had the faith to go through with it. And then when you get to the other side, it's the outcome that you always knew was there, but you never expected would be so wonderful. So, I'm going to wrap this up by saying, check in with yourself. Check in with the relationship that you have with yourself. And that means, are you listening to how your body feels? Are you able to see, hear, feel the emotions of when you feel like you're hungry? Are you able to feel and enjoy the food that you eat? Are you able to really enjoy the music that you listen to, the conversations that you take in, the people that you engage with? What kind of relationships do you have with those things? And that's where I'm going to end this. Let's do this. Have fun. Take care. Good night.